Hey everyone, my name is Robert. Um, Welcome to my channel, my vlog, however, whatever medium you're using to view this video. Wanted to take a few minutes to say that I'm going to be starting a journey here starting tomorrow. First off, today is December 27th, 2020. I know, 2020. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up when I said it too. Um, I'm scheduled a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, a VSG, starting. It actually started a long time ago. The actual surgery date is January the 11th. Sorry guys, I'm a little nervous. I'm an introvert, so this is a whole new thing for me. I wanted to give my perspective. No different than anything else you've seen on YouTube regarding the journeys for the vertical sleeve. I just want to give, I guess, my journey so that hopefully in the long run, it might help somebody. If it helps one person, then make that decision whether to or whether not to have bariatric surgery. That's the goal. I want to help people. That's always been my life's goal, is to be part of the be part of the solution, not part of the disease. I know that's ripping off some Coldplay lyrics, but it is what it is. So these vlogs are strictly unedited. You're gonna hear all the uhs, the ums, me make the goofs that you just seen just now, the stutters. I apologize. Again, I'm an introvert, so this is a whole new thing for me, and I'm not used to opening up, especially on a open forum like this to everyone. So hopefully, you and I, we can kind of get through this together and make the point and hopefully help someone, because again, that's what we're trying to do. So a little more about myself. I 33 years old. I currently live in Miami, Florida. Originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I moved to Miami about a year ago from Texas. I do work in an office setting, very sedentary. It's not your typical office where it works Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, like accountant hours or baker hours or anything like that. It's actually 24/7, 365, where I do work rotating shifts. So one week I'm working days, the next week I'm working evenings, and then I'm working midnights the following week, and then it just continues to revolve around that. So I'm constantly changing shifts, which I don't mind. I like to change. I would get bored if it was your typical standard Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I get really bored with that pretty easily, so I'm actually pretty lucky I found a job, at least where this schedule kind of fits what I enjoy personally. So again, I moved to Miami from Texas, and then before that I lived in Missouri, North Dakota, DC, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Florida. Again, I lived in Orlando for a while. So I've been around. I went to school. I got my undergrad in Mobile at the University of South Alabama. I got my master's degree from Mississippi State University. So I would like to say I'm well educated. I do work in the science field, so that's pretty much where I'm going to draw the line in terms of my profession, because I don't want this to be about me or my profession or what I do outside of this journey. So now let's talk a little bit more about, that was a tough segue, right? Let's talk a little bit more about how I got here and where I plan to go. So it was, I want to say March of this year, March 2020, as what seemed like the world was falling apart with the pandemic. I was coming to the realization that things in my world were falling apart as well. So I'm not going to give you any specifics. You can do the math if you want to. My body mass index, my BMI is 60, and I'm 5'10". So that should give you an idea of where my weight is, which is well within the morbidly obese range. And you can kind of see my frame is wide. I don't have all of me in the picture, thankfully, because you don't need to see all of me just to know that I'm a bigger guy. You can see it definitely in my face, my chin area here. I'm a big guy. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 60 BMI, there's something that needs to be done soon. That's what that boils down to. So earlier this year, I was faced with some dark thoughts, and not what you think. It's not that like that, but it is pretty dark. So in terms of my profession, I got to the point of being in a place where I was very comfortable, where I could step back and look at my own life and try to better myself. And I thought to myself, well, let's look at this from a financial standpoint. I'm throwing all this money into my retirement fund. And now, well, a BMI of 60, what's the likelihood I will live to see retirement? So why am I throwing all this money into a retirement fund? So I was faced with the decision to stop donating to retirement and just padding my current check. And that really hit home for me, because at that point it was like, well, I'm 33 now. I've already passed middle age. I'm not going to live to see retirement. So where's all that money going to go? I mean, I'm single. I mean, I'm hoping not to be single when, that time comes, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at this rate, it's not looking good. So it's like, I don't get to experience that part of life because of the situation, the predicament that I'm in. So, as dark and as sad as that is, that's when I said to myself, I've got to do something. Because I was not going to let that be my final answer. That was not going to be, well, wash my hands of the situation, I'm done. Because I promise you, in my life, when things got rough, when things got challenging, if I would have just washed my hands of the situation, I wouldn't be where I am today professionally. So, then I started to think, weight is something that I've always dealt with. When I was in second grade, I was 75 pounds. Made fun of, went through the bullying phase, which still affects me today. Like, I still have mental issues from that. It's made me into an introvert. I'm fairly reclusive. So, I mean, there's so many things I probably should be in therapy for. But, it is what it is. The main bullet point I want to express is I'm very happy. I'm very happy professionally. I have some amazing friends, an amazing support system. I have some amazing coworkers. My family is amazing. Although my family is 12 hours away, and there's a reason for that. A little bit of family goes a long way. I love my family, but drama. Anyway, that's beside the point. All that's fine. Like, I have no issues in that department. So I'm overall a happy person. But then again, there are certain times where I put on a happy face and pretend to be happy. Like when my friends decide, hey, let's go to Disney or Universal or Busch Gardens so that we can ride some roller coasters. And I can't, Or, hey, let's travel here, travel there. But let's do it on a budget so that, we set economy. And I'm sitting here like, economy seat. I need 3, Well, in reality, I need 2, but... So I'm having to buy extra seats on a plane or upgrade to business or first class. And that's a lot of money just for, extra space. I still do it because I want to be comfortable, but that's still something I shouldn't have to do. And it's all based off of what I consume. Obviously, since this has been a lifelong issue, there's no way around it. I'm addicted to food. I'm addicted to all the bad stuff, all the junk, and all the garbage. And I'm actually pretty lucky at this point because at 33 with a body mass index of 60, I'm still relatively healthy. Now, what do I mean by that? My heart's fine for now. No signs of diabetes for now. And my blood pressure is manageable for now. 10 years from now, that's not going to be the thing. I mean, I can only hold on to youth for so long before it starts to break down. And I'm looking at a very finite amount of time before that happens. And once that starts, I don't know if it will be repairable. So I want to stop that in its tracks. I want to make sure that when that time comes, that I'm going to be not at a BMI of 60. So that's why I decided to do something drastic. I wanted to do bariatric surgery, or in this case, more specifically the gastric sleeve surgery, in order to help lose weight. And 10 years ago, I was, offered by my doctor to go through the process. But in my mind, when I was 23 versus when I'm 33 is, I've still got plenty of time. I'm young. I've got some time to right that ship. And in reality, I spent the last 10 years just focusing on my professional career, which isn't bad. It's not bad, but that whole time I've put my weight as a lower priority. Well, now it's time to bump that up. And it's also time to be real, because I have tried multiple times. I've put in a lot of effort to lose weight multiple times. Would lose weight, but always regain it back. So how is this going to be different with the sleeve surgery, with the vertical sleeve? Well, that gives me time. It buys me time to work on the mental issues. It's not necessarily a physical thing as much as it's a mental thing, and I'm actually optimistic, whereas before I wasn't. In this case, once I start experiencing life, have a taste for life, no pun intended, that, as a smaller person, as someone that's healthier, where I can, jog up a flight of stairs without thinking I'm going to die, or without, worrying about having to buy 2 seats for an airplane, or for an airplane ride, or to go to Universal and ride a freaking roller coaster. Just in general, the stuff that, other folks really don't think about, I have to think about. I miss out on having that without having to worry. That taste of life that I don't have the luxury of experiencing right now, that's what's going to get me through. That's what's going to give me motivation. It's also going to be my amazing support system, pushing me in the right direction. And the fact is, I want to be healthy. I want to be healthier. I want to survive. And I want to live. I want to live. That's what it boils down to. This is me fighting for my life. And I'm going to do everything I can to fight for it. And all that begins tomorrow, December 28th. I start my 2-week pre-op modified liquid diet. I say modified because I'll have still 3 meals, but 2 meals are shake replacements, the protein shake replacements, and then either some lean meat, whether it be fish or chicken, and a vegetable. So I do that for 2 weeks, and then I try to lose as much weight as I can to limit complications. And I'm all about limiting complications. I don't want to be out of work any longer than I have to be. I don't want to be in pain longer than I have to be. So I want to do everything I can. I want to follow the orders strictly, such that I can limit those complication risks, and hopefully come out and recover nicely. So anyway, I'm done rambling. hopefully this is the start of multiple videos. I've been chatting about 15, actually just hit 15 minutes. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, the point is to help you guys through me going through the process and the journey. If I can help just one person, then it's worth it. Then, 15 minutes of me rambling has been worth it. There aren't too many guys that do these, but the ones that I have seen are great. So I do suggest everyone keep doing your research, asking questions. I'm a former teacher. I used to teach science, and one surefire way that we learn is by asking questions, by reaching out and discussing things, thinking outside the box. So anyway, everyone have a great one. I'll see you guys in a couple of days when I'm further into my diet here. Stay happy, stay healthy, and most of all, stay safe. Okay, bye guys.